Nithyananada, everybody. Today is part 14 of Anahata Chakra, which is located in the heart region, from this book called The Guaranteed Solutions. And it's a book written by His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. So I started this journey about 14 days ago, actually 15 days ago, because I missed a day. And I've been reading a few pages each time, and then looking at what insights Swamiji has to offer for all of us. I've got Priya. Yes, Nityanandamma Priya. How are you? Good. Are you watching us on the big screen as you normally send a message? Alexandra, Rachel, Shatarupama, Nityanandam, Luang, and yeah, and Priya. Great. Nice to see you all here. Yesterday, I finished off with a process that Swamiji had in the book. Like, not so much of like a huge, intense process, but something simple. So he had said, honestly, if you sit and think by yourself, you will understand what I'm saying is nothing but the truth. Do an honest inquiry on yourself and see, you will know. Just sit down and try to visualize how you will react if your father or mother or sister behaved in a slightly different way towards you. That is enough. You will then understand what I'm saying. So, what Swamiji has been sharing in this book and what I've been reading out is been about the Anahata Chakra, which is located in the heart region and gets blocked by attention, need, and approval seeking. And actually, how subtly we are doing it and thinking that it is love. Misunderstanding of the actual way of existing, which we think is a way of existing. Our world revolves around it. Our relationships revolve around this, but we may have a misunderstanding about what it actually is in reality. And we are busy building our castles or made out of playing cards. Castles made out of playing cards, thinking it's love. So when one card is removed, then the whole thing collapses. And that is what happens to us when we perceive ourselves to be rejected, perceive that people have abandoned us, um, you know, get into depression, when relationships break up, etc., etc., etc. Right? So there's so many complications that happen because we have the wrong understanding about what love actually is. So the conditioned way of existing in life is what we think is love is not it. However, there is another way to experience existential energy. There are ways to experience, and Bhagavan is just asking us to look in to see first the way that we are existing or the way we are experiencing life at the moment is from a conditioned stuck space. And if we continue in that direction, then who we are essentially, which is love itself, gets completely missed. Therefore, we stay unfulfilled and, of course, don't manifest the things that we want in our relationships the way we want. So, how we're operating at the moment is thinking we need to add love to us. So, we are playing this game according to that game of life. However, actually, we are already love. So, Swamiji is saying you are already that, and it's a case of now expressing that. So we're having a complete shift, a cognitive shift in how we are existing, experiencing life to how we could exist, experience life, and achieve all the things that we want to achieve. Okay, so I'll start off again where I left off yesterday. We are all the time in need of something from someone, and so we are continuously paving the way to get it from them in a smooth way. The smooth way is what we call love. Don't think that this applies to getting material wealth only. It applies to simple things like even when you expect a certain type of behavior from a certain person. You expect each one's behavior to be in a particular fashion and you behave accordingly with them. As long as both of you are behaving in this fashion, you love each other. If someone misses it somewhere, your love takes a momentary dip. For example, you all claim that you love me very much. That's what Swamiji is saying. Each one of you has got a particular or idea of how I should behave towards you. I simply behave towards each of you in the fashion that you expect me to behave. That is what I'm doing now, actually. What happens? If even once I don't smile at you or say something to you that does not fit me into your frame, you start thinking that I don't love you. You feel a momentary loss of love towards me. You start thinking that maybe I'm not so loving after all. The transaction that you call love immediately suffers. You start imagining your own things about why I said a particular thing to you and why I did not smile at you. I might have been talking to someone else, or I might have simply not smiled at you, just to allow your ego to settle a bit, that's all. But you miss the whole game and start interpreting my actions with your own dictionary of love. What will happen? You will land up in deep misery. This is how you simply complicate love. At least when it comes to me, there is no complication added to it from my side because thankfully I am beyond ordinary love. Imagine what will happen when two of you start relating with each other in this fashion. There will be total chaos. You will simply be moving from low love to high love to low love, that's all. You have become so interdependent on each other when it comes to your emotions, especially love. The reasons for your interdependency can be so subtle and deceiving that you will not know them until your love violates them. If you can just love without a reason, it is pure love, that's all. Pure love is not dependent on anything else, it is dependent only on yourself. Be very clear. People tell me, Swamiji, we love our children. When it comes to putting up with their naughty behavior, how many times have we sworn at them? One girl was telling me at the ashram, Swamiji, my mother loves my children only if they behave themselves well. She wants me to bring the children to show them off as her grandchildren to her friends and finally lands up scolding me for the chaos that the children create. When you see children, you are pulled by their innocence. That is one thing. The second thing is, it gives you a feeling of pride and ego boost when you see that they are your creation. And of course, you provide for them and make them happy. But what I'm saying is, this love also comes with limitations and preferences. It is highly subjective to the ways of the children. So, obviously, children have a different way of expressing themselves and sharing that expression with the world. But if they don't do it according to the way we expect, then we withdraw that love, even punish them. So, small story. A man was laying a concrete road. He had just finished laying the road when a group of children from the neighborhood came running onto the road, leaving footmarks behind. The man got very angry and swore at them. His friend asked him, Hey, what is the matter? I thought you liked children. The man replied, Yes, I do, but not on concrete. Conditional transactional love. Ordinary love always comes with some condition somewhere, with some vested interest somewhere, with some fine print somewhere. This is what I'm trying to say. We love people subject to name, place, moods, and situations. It is so subjective. A master's love, on the other hand, is pure love, real love. It showers without asking a question. It knows not any name, place, mood, or situation. Every word uttered by a master is out of pure love for you, for your own growth. Every action of the master is filled with love. The only natural emotion of a master is love. All his other emotions are just affectations that affectations, yeah, that he poses to you to make you understand in the language that you know. I always tell my disciples, when I am compassionate, I cheat you, and when I fire, I teach you. Either way, you grow. Sometimes I demonstrate my compassion in a very loving way so that you are more malleable to my transforming fingers, so that you become more vulnerable for transformation. Sometimes I show my compassion by simply firing you so that you are jolted into deeper awareness. In both the cases, pure love for you is the only reason. The Master is an infinite love and knows only to give. He is existence itself. If you approach him with a bowl, you will take back a bowl of him with you. If you approach him with a pitcher, you will take back a pitcher of him, a pitcher of water. It all depends on how thirsty you are. That's all. The thirstier you are, the bigger the vessel you will approach with. But he is always there. But he is there always, watching you walking up to him with vessels of various sizes and laughing to himself at your own uncertainty, at the play of your mind, of your logic, of your conditionings which you project on him. Okay, so I'm gonna pause there. Um, and again, Swamiji is reiterating. So, what does existential energy look like? What does it behave like? How do you know? How do you and me know we are connected to that space and operating from that space? Well, when we are not too worried about name and fame, when we're not worried about caring for somebody because they belong to a certain space or place, if you like, or because of their moods, their situations, whatever it is, um, as long as we're conditioned in how we allow love to express from us, if there is a vested interest and there is transactional um, relationship happening, as long as that is happening, then it is definitely not the pure love. But if you want to know what is, if both of us, all of us want to know what is pure love, then we only need to look at Swamiji to see how he's operating. So despite of any attacks, despite of his name and fame being completely dragged into the gutter, if you like, he still blesses us despite of our ups and downs, despite of whether we want to do a spiritual routine, whether we want to listen to him, whether we want to bypass, whether we want to attend a program that he's conducting, whether we want to watch satsang, whatever it is, whether or not we do or don't, he keeps showing up. He keeps showing up and he keeps on adding to our life. So now it's just a matter of whether we're going to sit with an umbrella while he's showering, or we're just going to allow ourselves to be completely drenched in the existential energy that he's pouring towards us. So, do you want to take a cup? Do you want to take a small bowl? Do you want to take a small jug? Or do you want a pipeline from the ocean of existence that Swamiji is towards yourself? That is a question. What do you want to take with you to him, to Swamiji, for your nourishment, right? For our nourishment, what do we want? How thirsty are we? So today, what Swamiji is saying is, the thirstier you are, the bigger the vessel you will approach me with. So how intense are we in wanting to be in oneness with Swamiji? How much will persistence do we have, and how thirsty are we? These are the questions to ask. And keep checking, listening to part 1 to 14 now. Okay, so part 13 and 14 I'm going to upload today onto YouTube. So you can watch all the parts from 1 to 14. And you can watch other videos that I've also created on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. It's easier to find them there. So I'll put them there. I want to thank you all for listening. And it's interesting when one more thing Swamiji says, when I'm compassionate, I teach you. And when I fire, I teach you. Either way, you learn. So even compassion is a way to make us malleable to him and to his transforming hands. And even when he's firing, we may not always welcome it. We may not always appreciate it at the time. Both ways or multiple ways that Swamiji has are ways to help us have a breakthrough and have transformation. For us to experience superconscious existential energy. That's what it's for. That's what he's there for. So thank you all for listening. I'll be back with the next part tomorrow, and it's quite interesting for me to keep doing this. Um, I never know what's going to turn up on the day. Thank you for watching. So Nirguna Devan, Sarah, Mita, Surunga, Sangeeta, Bernard, of course, in the jet I mentioned earlier, Priya Kumjol, Rachel, Alexandra, Priya Jignesh, Shradha and Liwang. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for supporting. If you have something to share because you've tested out, you internalized the difference between existential energy, which is that is happening inside of us, because we are experiencing and expressing the true love that we are, versus the conditioned way we show up, the transactional way we show up in our relationships with ourselves and others. If you have internalized and you noticed a click you want to share, please do share in the comments box. Um, I welcome you all to have a look actually. It's very profound, and an immediate cognitive shift happens when we realize the truth. When we realize what Swamiji is saying is the truth. Okay, so once again, thank you. And if you have questions, also you can leave them in the comments box, and I'll do my best to come and attend to them as quickly as possible. And I will share details with you for the YouTube channel as well in the comments box, so you can subscribe and share with others. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are, whatever place you are at. Thank you, Nithyananada.